Hello and welcome back. Today's video is all about going to events all on your lonesome. It's mostly focused on sort of blogger events and YouTuber events, but it could be applied to other events in your life. But we're going to focus on the blogger and the YouTuber. So, probably like yourself, I used to be incredibly nervous about going to events. I would get so wound up and I just would sometimes just not go. I did actually avoid one or two events because I was too tired. Really, it was because I was too nervous. I did start to make myself go though, and I gave myself a plan and I sort of got myself organized and basically didn't give myself the option. I had to go. And I've gotten better at them over, quite a wee while. And I've now got to a point where I actually almost prefer going on my own. So I thought I'd share a few tips with you to get you started and to maybe help ease the nerves a wee bit and to maybe change your attitude about them a wee bit and help you out. So let's get started. Point one is to do your research. So whether this is a brand event or it is a blogger meetup or anything like that, YouTuber meetup, Creators Day, whatever the event, do your research. Now, by this I mean find out who else is going. You can search on Twitter. More than likely there will be people tweeting about the event, and there's generally a hashtag associated with the event, so you can search for that hashtag on Twitter and make sure you tweet about the event and you add the hashtag so people can find you as well. So you're not only helping to publicize the event, you're also gradually building a tiny community around it. So find out who's going, see if it's anybody you recognize. If not, start a conversation anyway. Make sure you say hello and oh my god, can't wait to go, and are you excited, and it'll be so nice to meet you on the day. These sort of conversations, it'll make it much easier when you turn up on the day and you actually know somebody there. If it's more about branding and there's going to be certain brands at this event, like the various parties that are on, this kind of thing, find out what brands are going to be there if you can, and find out if they are brands that you want to work with or that might want to work with you. So if it's brands that you're keen to work with that you've not worked with before, or you've used their products in the past and you really love them and you want to work with them in future, make sure you sort of have a good think about how you're going to approach that brand and sort of say, oh, I love your, explain how you love their products and that you've talked about them before and that you want to work with them moving forward. Do that kind of stuff. If it's a brand that you've not worked with before but you are interested in it and you've been investigating, make sure you can demonstrate that in a conversation. And now they're going to be overwhelmed on the day, so don't expect miracles, but make sure you get their information so you can follow up for future. But definitely do your research on who is going to be there so you are prepped and mentally ready rather than trying to think of a conversation on the spot. So get ready to go to the event, do your research. Point two, planning. Now there are multifaceted things to do with planning. You want to plan, if you can, get your hands on some business cards. I'm aware they can seem a wee bit dated to some people and it's like, oh, everybody's online, blah blah, but they're incredibly handy as well. If you are going to get business cards, and this is one point I am kicking myself over because I forgot them on my own, put your face on them. You can actually add your face to a lot of business cards nowadays. Make sure you obviously have your logo and your branding on there, but if you have the space, put your face on there, because when people pick up the card, they're like, oh, that's such and such. They'll remember your face a lot quicker than they will remember your name. So put your face on there. Make sure all your social media is on there. So your blog URL, your YouTube URL, your email, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever you are on and you're most prolific on, make sure those points are on there. See if you can get them printed off beforehand. If you can't afford business cards, it is not the end of the world. Just make sure when you're networking with people, you get onto your Twitter when you're there and you find each other and you follow each other and you find each other that way so you can keep in touch. And if it is a brand, ask for their contact details and who are they going to speak to. Get a name, get an email, take their business card. Offer to give them yours, but they may be overwhelmed with quite a bit, a lot of business cards. So just make sure you take their details. Plan your outfit. This is a wee bit closer and it ties in with plan your outfit, plan your journey. This is one of the things I don't have OCD to any sort of extreme, but there's certain things I like to get done out of the way. It gives me, I can feel the tension rise if I'm not planned and organized. Plan your outfit. Make sure your clothes are clean and ironed and ready to go. So if you have your outfit in mind, What makeup are you wearing with that? What's going to complement it and make sure you're looking good? If you need to do some face masks before you go to the event because you want your skin looking fabulous, do that a few days in advance, all that kind of jazz. Make sure you're comfortable. I always try to go for like an outfit that makes me feel like a badass, so that I feel like a badass when I'm there. Plan your journey. So what trains do you have to get? What, you know, where are you changing? Where are you getting off? All that kind of jazz. Make sure you have data on your phone so that when you're walking to the event you can find where you're going, or if you're on the bus you can follow yourself on your Google Maps until you're close to it and you know when to get off the bus. So make sure you plan your journey. I like to use things like National Rail app, that kind of jazz. So I know I'm getting off the train at this stop and I have to get another train to the next location. What platforms am I going between? Because it'll tell you what platform you're coming into and what platform the other train is leaving from. So that's a handy one. It takes the stress out of that a bit for me. So that's point 2, plan things. Point 3, get there early. Now, not for the reason that you want to always be early, that kind of jazz. No. Just you want to get there early, find the event, find the location I should say, and then do what I do, maybe wander off to get yourself a cup of coffee or a cool drink just to calm yourself down a wee bit, because if you're anything like me, I tend to walk pretty quickly and it's just a habit. I just walk everywhere. I get a march on and I'm away, and it means I can sometimes turn up a wee bit overheated. So if I can get there early and just wander off for 10 minutes, whatever, really, really good. If I can't get there early enough for that, but I'm a good sort of 10-15 minutes early, I would go in, but I would find the toilets and I will get out my mini deodorant and I will freshen up so I don't stink, reapply any kind of perfume, that kind of jazz, make sure my face is looking good, touch up my lippy if I need to. Just give myself a moment to collect myself before I then go into the event, because it can be overwhelming if you go straight from the train to walking there to straight into seeing the people. Give yourself a wee bit of breathing space. You'll be grand. Point 4. Plan to meet 3 new people. Now you may get there and already know a few people. That's really, really cool. There's no better feeling than walking in and be like, I know you, sup. However, still plan to meet 3 new people. Go and talk to people either that are by themselves. I've had people come and talk to me when I'm by myself. It may be self-induced by myself where I'm just like, I just need a minute. But when people come and talk to me, it's really nice. It is so nice. So go and talk to somebody that's standing by themselves. I was going to say interrupt a group, but join a group. So people will be having a conversation and you don't necessarily have to come in and go, no, don't do that. But join the conversation. Have a, you know, proper chat with people. And don't forget, people are going to be just as nervous as you. People are going to be in their own heads. They're going to be worrying whether they have lipstick on their teeth, whether their outfit looks okay, maybe they should have worn a different one. They're going to be wondering what other people are thinking of them, basically. Exactly what you're doing. People are doing exactly the same. So ease the tension for somebody else. Make it your goal to ease the tension for somebody else and start a conversation, or just start into a conversation with other people. Now, there will be the odd person that is just rude, frankly, and that will just not want to talk to you or just is not particularly polite. That's fine. Let them at it. They're not worth your time. It's okay. You're there to make new connections, which sounds callous, but it's not. You want to make new friends with people, because I have met some really lovely, lovely people at these various events, and some of them have become firm friends. As you know, Holly has turned up on my videos often enough, and Lindsay, and all these other people, and they're genuinely lovely people, and I love to hang out with them and have cups of tea and, you know, just talk nonsense. So make it a point to talk to 3 new people. And if you only stay to make sure you talk to 3 new people and then leave, so be it. But make sure you make those 3 connections. It's just good practice if nothing else, and it eases you in and you get in the habit of talking to new people. The last point is to be positive. Now, if you go there and if you are like myself, I have resting bitch face, frankly. My face generally just looks like I am tired and cranky all of the time. It's just the way my face sits. It's not that I'm particularly angry about something. It's generally because I'm thinking about something and my concentration face looks angry, something along those lines, because it happens when I'm in work and I'm trying to figure something out. You know, people are like, you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just concentrating. It's just the way my face rests, because generally I'm always thinking about something. So I have to make an effort to smile and to make sure my face isn't like that, basically, and I have to sort of lift myself a bit. One, that picks you up and it makes your mood a wee bit better, so be more positive about it. It makes you much more approachable, and it generally will make the event that bit nicer, because you're actually being more positive about it and you're just like, yes, I want to be here, I'm going to meet new people and I'm going to do all the things. It may not always be the case, but at least if you go in with a positive attitude, you're more likely to have a good time at it and to make new connections and be seen as a positive person, and people that want to talk to you and brands want to work with you and all of the good stuff. So try and be more positive. I'm aware when you're nervous and whatever else, it can come across as, I'm terrible, I'm a horrible person, blah blah. No. Make an effort to be more positive. Not all of us are naturally positive. We have to make the effort. It's just the way of it, people. So the result of all that is me. I now go to events and I can happily go by myself. I do still get a bit anxious about it, and no, I don't know if I want to do this. But I then remember that I will meet new people, and I've got to the point where I actually know quite a few people when I turn up to events. I am bound to know at least 3 or 4 people in the room, and that's really nice. You actually walk in and you're like, oh hey, what's the crack? And I know I'm going to meet somebody else new that is going to inspire me, or that will have a beautiful blog that I've never read, or a YouTube channel and their videos are epic, or there's somebody that we can help each other out, or any number of things. You don't know unless you go. So I would really recommend going. I am aware you're going to be nervous, but I cannot recommend it enough. Go. It will be totally worth it. Trust me. The best thing I have ever done for my blogging and YouTubing was go to events and actually meet people and interact and share ideas and get involved, basically. So those are my 5 tips. Have you any you'd like to share down below? Let me know, get involved in the conversation, have all the chats. Thanks a million for watching. I'm gonna shoot on. Bye! From Mud. It is all about the lips. I have a lipstick, a lip pencil and a lip glaze. Now the lip